Hey, everybody.
That was better.
I know.
Lori Sullivan said hello.
Hello. Hello.
Zoe does that all the time. It drives me nuts. She does it all the time. Reba said hi to the nice people and Judy Cole answered
Oh,
her. Because she said I was creeping. And I wasn't creeping. Zoe read it to me. I wasn't even in here.
no, he comes in on two wheels waiting on me to have it all ready. And then he says, that ain't right. Right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I get it adjusted. I don't know why it ain't like the same like every time.
It is. And you always change it every time.
It's wrong every time.
Well, then you get here early. What?
So
What?
oh, and Zoe, it is June. July will be here soon
I
enough.
thought about it after I did it. And I said, that ain't right.
Well, I couldn't just leave it.
You did just leave it.
I didn't just leave it. I corrected it.
Oh, I mean, I know.
Yeah, well, I couldn't. What else was I gonna do?
If it's wrong when I do it, then you do it.
I do.
Logical.
I do. I had lots of people ask me if I did any adjustments to. I finally caught up to comments. I think kind of some of the older ones I hadn't got yet, but I'll give them that. But people were asking about the brooder, and I was like, no, I didn't change anything. She added like a board to the height, but that was it.
Mhm. Now there are some adjustments that we want to make because
Yeah.
the chicks are going to grow, and we're going to add. We have discussed adding some mesh type stuff so they can't fly out. But right now it's all working good, no issues. We've got it blocked off, or Jack can't get to them, and nobody's flying out. So I think it's actually going pretty good.
Stephanie said we sent the heat and humidity to Indiana.
Oh, goodness.
And Lori said in Connecticut it went from 50 to 85 in 2 days. Well, it's been high 80s here. It's been, I mean, that's not bad. Especially if there's not a little bit of breeze. It gets a little warm, but I had some questions about the temperature showing in my truck that day, and it was because it was in the direct sun. And I told them that I showed that on the video and then showed you on the tractor to look if it's direct sun on that in my truck, then it's probably that in that suit.
It was. Luckily, I didn't have to do it just right there, and we did that pretty quick. But it was hot.
Is Oklahoma okay from the tornadoes? I haven't heard anything. Cassie was live while the weather was coming through their area, but I hadn't heard anything else, and I didn't know they had tornadoes, so I missed it. But I usually try to check on Brandon, and then if it goes through Arkansas, I check on Kevin, but I hadn't kept up with weather. I want to pick on Nick a little and cheer Zoe. He only added one board. I didn't add anything. Actually, Mackenzie added them.
She did.
I didn't. I haven't put a board in it yet. I turned 50 on July 6th, and I think it will be here soon enough. We don't need to be rushing.
Well, it felt like July walking across that pasture going down there to see those cows.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in my head, I even said it ain't May, and said July.
Do you clip the chicken's wings?
We haven't.
We have in the past, but we didn't these.
No, not yet. Now, as if I start seeing that it's becoming an issue, I will. And I have noticed they go. Mackenzie told me that they've been going between the two, but they're not coming over.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Well, that's because the wall between the two is short.
It is.
We didn't add anything yet. Robert said that was a great live with Nico and family.
Yes, and I love getting to see Natalie, their face.
I enjoyed it too. It was interesting to have different people on and filling in, and when there's a question, you get different points of view and things like that.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
It has been hot and sticky in northern Illinois. Tanya's mom had tornado warnings in Illinois tonight. Well,
we have, what's today, Wednesday? We have Saturday will be a severe weather day for us, but it's supposed to start raining tomorrow, I believe.
Catherine says she enjoyed Rhett this week in so many ways.
You know,
Zoe was texting me what was going on the following day, Catherine.
I sent our 3 feral lovely kids.
You sent all 3?
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
To visit Miss Catherine and picked us up.
I thought it was just Mac and Rhett.
They picked us up some naked necks, and next thing I know, they're eating ice cream for breakfast.
Yeah, it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And Zoe said, they're still at Catherine's. And I was like, okay, they're eating ice cream. What?
Ice cream for breakfast.
It didn't surprise me at all.
No.
Has Chance had any more ball games? He has another one tomorrow.
And
we haven't.
Friday.
The last one he had was the one in the video, and then he'll have one Thursday, and that will let us know what time they play Friday.
And if they win Friday, they play Saturday.
Yeah. There was a tornado on the west side of St. Louis. I haven't seen
the first Wednesday, so they always do a tornado test with the sirens outside.
And Tammy Falk, there's a good chance that we may be playing close to you because we could end up in Wetumpka. We're playing in Hopeville tomorrow.
Yeah, 7:30.
And then there's a good chance that we end up either in Millbrook or Wetumpka Friday and Saturday.
There's Jones Christie.
Wanda said there's nothing wrong with ice cream for breakfast. And Susan Fowler said the same thing.
I agree.
Catherine said it was delicious. She had Red Hook. She's talking about ice cream for breakfast. I don't know if he was the, he's a little bit of a con man. I'm not sure if he conned Catherine or if she was bribing him.
I'm sure it was a mutual agreement because Catherine is known for her love of ice cream. And I'm pretty certain if Mr. Tony's not there to keep her reeled in, she's ate ice cream for breakfast before.
We didn't tell her what he said the other day when we were picking up the chickens. Catherine, as we were pulling into the driveway, and the rest of y'all are going to get a kick out of this too. Because if you don't know it, you're about to find out that Catherine got Rhett hooked on something.
Yes.
That he had never had before, Catherine, and now it's one of his top 5. But when we were pulling in the driveway, I said, Rhett, please behave. We've got to be videoing this. And he said, and I won't ask for a cosmic brownie.
I said, well, she probably don't have any. He says, she's probably got some.
He said, I won't ask for a cosmic brownie. They said their oldest son used to love milkshakes for breakfast when they were traveling.
Ooh, that's a good thought. I need to do that. I'll just be a passenger princess with a milkshake.
Heidi said, we all have eaten ice cream for breakfast. I honestly don't believe I have.
I bet you hadn't.
I don't think I have.
Probably not.
Christy was in a tornado warning yesterday. Not once did the siren go off. Today it was first Wednesday of the month, which is test day. Guess what went off today?
See, we don't have tests here.
They've stopped doing them. Tornado sirens, for the most part, nationally, are obsolete. Meteorologists tell you that all the time. Listen to a weather radio and all this.
Yeah, don't depend on a siren.
Because there's so much technology now that they haven't upgraded tornado sirens. Now, there may be certain parts of the country that do. But we still have them, but they haven't been updated in many years, and I think they've all but quit doing the tests.
Yeah.
My brothers used to bug my parents to have dessert first to make sure they had enough room for it.
He asked if I had some. I told him I ate them all. He said, "What you got to snack on?" I said, "I have an idea. I have ice cream."
So he did ask when we weren't there.
He only told you that for that day. That was a new day. That was a whole different plan.
Our kids act like they're homeless when they go somewhere, like they've never had anything.
If he didn't ask, you would have thought he was sick. She knew they were coming.
So he asked if she had some chocolate brownies.
Need warm up a brownie and put ice cream on it.
You will eat ice cream tomorrow. I don't have any. If I ever had ice cream for breakfast, I don't remember it.
We still have siren tests, but it says it's to tell people outside to get inside and listen to the weather.
That's basically what
Yeah.
they're still around for. They would just take them down.
Mhm.
But most of them haven't been upgraded much. He knows that he can ask here. Well, he's not supposed to. And he made
They'll
that.
fix that.
He made that deal when we came in.
Okay.
Problem is, like our area, the weather radio signal doesn't reach our county. Siren's useless at my house because I'm many miles from nearest town.
Mm-hmm.
So they had sirens in our county. You know, we have them all over the city, but they had sirens at each fire station in the county. So that got as much coverage as they could possibly get. But like I said, they haven't been updated in a long, long time.
Why do you look like a normal skin color and I don't?
Because you wouldn't let me adjust the light.
You put it over here where you thought it needed to be.
Well,
I
you
think
don't.
you do that to make yourself look normal skin color. And I look like a shade of chalk.
Do you want me to answer this question? I tried to adjust the light to this side, but Zoe has wrapped the cord around the light like I've told her not to do, so I can't adjust it because I can't get the cord out from around it.
But you said that
It was behind it, and you was really bright and glowing like that.
that's better.
You was like
I
fluorescent.
actually have skin color.
You looked fluorescent, so I was trying to fix
I
it.
am fluorescent. We just don't want to highlight that.
You're like radioactive.
Uh-huh.
Well, I told you I ordered 2 brand new lights
So we
today.
can glow some more.
No, I can set them up out there and it not be on the table.
Like an 80s disco party in here.
God, I hope not. You know, if we extended that tripod, is it tall enough? These others should be.
That one is not.
Well, they should be tall enough where you can have them on each corner of the table and not look like you're
Look
glowing.
like glamour shots. Yeah.
Always amazed me how different countries are. No weather radio or siren warnings there for Lorraine.
There is Maggie. Maggie, we've been missing you.
Maggie is the big 50.
She wants me to sing. I'll get ready to come sing.
Happy birthday, Maggie, but we'll try to hold the singing for
We'll get ready to come sing in a few
toward the end. Tonight's topic, desserts. We were at Durbin's eating ice cream and a siren went off. Tom said, "What the heck is that?" I'm going to pay him back. I'm going to ask for ice cream at his house. It'll be fine.
We don't keep ice
Usually
cream.
don't have any.
Hey, Ed.
Well, I'm going to pop in to say hi. 7 migraines.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Go lay down, Loma.
Yes. Here in our Texas town, they have tornado siren tests last Friday, unless it's bad weather. See, we just don't have them.
No, they just quit doing the test. We have one at all the fire stations in, I guess that's Saline County, Arkansas.
She said, "Are the kids done with school for the summer?" Yeah, we're on like week 3 of summertime here. Who was it I was talking to the Browns. They're just now getting out for summer.
Harriet's got orange creamsicles.
Well, that sounds good.
Nicole said you look ill.
And like sickly.
Yeah.
I know.
Like pale.
Yeah.
So pale.
I so pale. It's because I am so pale, but I am not sick.
So that is not the only way I had fun with Rhett. I had to watch his segment of the video several times.
It's like I told her I had to take Finnegan after I watched his running. So I told him to go ask Daddy what Cud was, and I did not know that all that was going to take place.
Well,
The next thing you know, we're going like this. It's just like
I was watching that clip when I was editing, and I'm like,
you're like, oh, gotta put that down.
either someone is going to say that made them sick,
Yeah,
or it gave them a headache, or something. But I absolutely could not bring myself to cut it out.
I loved it because he had just a little bit of snot because he had run so far and so hard.
He ran a long way. I saw him running. I didn't know he had the camera.
Yeah.
I saw him coming, and I was like, what is he doing? Because he was way on the other end, and here he comes, but I never saw the camera until he got up to me. I was like, oh no. But I could not cut it out, and I actually had a lot of people that were glad I didn't cut it out.
Yeah.
But
it was so funny.
I just knew, I was like, we were going to get hammered for this because of that bouncing camera, but I couldn't help it. I had to leave it.
It was funny.
Yes, Loma, we will have the prayers going for the migraines. I thought the last live was going to be with Catherine.
We got to get Catherine to stay awake long enough to do a late live.
Did you see the Eddies found 4 newborn kittens?
I know I saw where one was under a chicken.
I haven't seen anything from anybody. I think I'm like 3 videos behind on Jason and probably 4 or 5 videos behind on the Eddies. Kind of catching a little bit with Cassie because of the pedal tractor thing. You and her going back and forth on the pedal tractor racing. So I did a quick check on Google today. The author of everything have had 11 consecutive weekends of rain. Vermont has had 13. We're probably not too far behind.
We just, I
told you, light makes you look jaundiced. Move it back over there. It was better, at least better. Shining directly on your face, it makes you like glow green. That's worse.
I know. It was better with it just off.
No, it is never better with it off. You can't see anything with it off.
It's terrible.
But
the terrible, horrible, no good, bad day. It's just terrible. Terrible, I say.
Is that Dr. Seuss? Or what?
Terrible, no good, bad day.
Yeah, what is that?
Who does that? Who has the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day?
That wasn't a little snot.
And he's so terrible, I can't choose that. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness.
That clip gave me a headache, sick to my stomach. I threw all over my keyboard, and the neighbor's cat decided to clean it up and send an order for 300 copies of Comics. He did a short on kittens.
Yes, I saw that. Oh, goodness.
I do have a prayer request for you, Nick and Zoe. I just talked to my nephew, and he has to go back in for surgery for cancer on the 24th. His name is Eric Kelly. Kathy, we certainly will. I hate to hear stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
I caught up.
You did.
Now you can go back on something long-winded, and I'll get behind again.
What would you like me to long-winded about?
Mm.
You can't talk about food. Are you gonna buy me a pedal tractor like Cassie?
You have one.
You don't have a bucket.
You had a. Yes, it does.
Mine don't have a bucket.
Zoe.
Oh, that's the other one.
You have a loader.
I couldn't see your eyes anymore. I forgot. That's the other tractor that don't have a bucket. Okay. Nick's face. Yeah, Blair Witch Project. That's what I was trying to think of, but I didn't want to say.
I've never seen Blair Witch Project.
Yes, Alexander.
Oh no, that
Alexander.
was the camera thing was Blair
Yes.
Witch Project. Yeah,
And then it's like you're looking up the person's nose because they're in the woods. And
yeah. I've never seen all of it. I've seen like clips of it. My husband was just diagnosed with chronic lymphatic leukemia. Leukemia. Sorry. God,
I'm sorry.
that's terrible. That's why I refuse to go to the doctor.
So have we gotten dirt?
No, I'm hoping Monday.
I don't know. We're supposed to have
We'll
rain
see.
tomorrow
We'll see how it
through
happens.
Tuesday.
We'll see how it happens. But
We cannot get more than 2 days without rain. Our ground is so soft right now. Last time he came, that was last year. It was not as wet of a year, and he still pushed the ground down pretty good. So I can only imagine if he was to come now, we might not be able to get him off the yard.
Chris is just saying hello real quick. Going to bed early with sinuses. So that also answers Copper Island Homestead. The protege is just
discouraged about it. Like we finally
got your emergency brake on.
We finally got it to a place where we can use it, and we can't even get dirt because it won't stop raining. And it's cost too much to put bags of dirt in. I mean, each bed would take probably 22 bags of dirt.
I'm not doing bags.
And that would be absolutely.
It's probably going to take more than one truckload.
Yes.
But I'm going to have him dump one, and we're going to fill what we can and go from there. And we'll put probably black cow or something on top of it and mix it in.
That works really well for us.
I'm not filling those whole beds with bags now. If you want some great giggles and snickers, make sure you watch Jason's kid video. I saw that he had one. I haven't watched it yet. Like I said, I'm about 3 or 4 behind on them. Tina said it finally stopped raining, but the wind needs to go away. See, we had a couple of pretty days here, but we've had baseball practice in the afternoons. And then today was pretty.
But it rained some.
But we still got a little bit of rain, and I didn't even call him.
It's just too wet.
Anita's neighbor can't keep anything down, so we need to say prayers for her too. Doss posted pics of their raised beds.
I bet it is pretty. There's so many people that have beautiful green, lush gardens right now. I'm so envious.
It will be done by next growing season. That is for certain. And we don't have to start with building.
No.
It will just be planning. I'm so looking forward to that.
I mean, we'll have time to go ahead and get the beds filled and, plant some other stuff, work on the fence. So when it's time.
See, I can't start the fence project till we get the beds filled.
Right.
So that's why I'm holding off on that.
Well, yeah, but by next growing season, we will be able to have all that done if we choose to.
Oh, yeah. Finally got to mow here. The grass was almost tall as me.
Well, I wanted to cut grass today and it started raining.
It was just a little bit, though. It wasn't a heavy rain, but
I did get some plant starts from Miss Catherine that I might just get some wick tubs and put a few things in them.
Don't even think about it. Whatever's on your mind, get it away from here. Put it out of your mind, whatever you're thinking. But he's just going to stand there. What?
Let's see.
What, buddy?
Go up. Well, I'm saying
no. Okay.
You're going to say no, he said.
You're going to say no.
Where did we buy our raised beds? They are in
Leo Life.
And Leo Life. So we did not get sponsored by them. We just put we bought a kit that they sell.
You can buy just one bed or 2 beds, whatever. We bought a kit set up already.
Yes, it was a 13 bed kit that we bought, and I love them. Like they're so easy to put together, and they actually have some that have legs so that they can be elevated off the ground for people who can't bend over into the beds, and they are really neat too. And I thought about getting a few of those to put around the edges as well.
Christian and Family Content has beautiful beds of rock, dry ground, and tumbleweeds. They're expecting a bumper crop.
Well, that's just how it is, ain't it? Our local teens let my neighbor's horses out. It's a live rodeo. Oh no.
Oh, I bet that's interesting. You don't need a big garden, you just need friends with gardens.
Well, that's what I'm gonna have to do this year.
Zoe wants her gardens just to be there.
Yeah. And I mean, I might just have to take one of those blue tubs and plant me
We got plenty of those tubs.
I really would like to get me some potatoes, but is it too late for potatoes?
Well, no, you could be replanting. This should be your second planting
I
of them,
wonder
but
if they
when it gets hot, it's bad.
those volunteer plants we had found around the fence line. We had showed that on a video, and I think we know one of them is cucumbers are growing on the fence line because it's crawling up the fence. So Rhett's excited about that because he calls it his plant and he don't even eat cucumbers.
Robin Snyder said, "I just got 2 beds because of you." That name sounds really familiar.
Bring me that.
You can keep the kids amused by getting them to bring up bits of tree limbs to fill the bottom of the tubs. They should have them full by the time you're ready for dirt. We did that with the last beds, and I wasn't thrilled about it because some of the wood and the bark introduced more weeds, and I didn't care for that. So I'm skipping that part and staying away from the hugel culture.
Yeah.
You can put cardboard on the bottom.
Can put some of that, yeah.
You can do that, yes. But it's also for weed suppression, and we have that weed cloth that we got in there. So
we hadn't checked the mailbox in about a week and a half. Well, maybe 2 weeks at this point. And I said, Rhett, we need to go check the mailbox. And I had.
Hang on a minute, Robin.
I had a package. And I'm not going to read it all, but it says, I thought you would get a kick out of these because I know your love of Cheez-Its.
I yawned before you did.
I got Cheez-It socks.
I bet Tony would wear those.
I bet Tony would, but I'm going to, so he can't. Y'all, I got Cheez-It socks, and I thought that was the cutest thing ever. And Rhett said, did they send 2 pairs? And I said, no, because Mama likes Cheez-It.
Tina said, if everyone hits the heart, it gets more to watch and subscribe. Thank you, Tina.
So, Robin, I got them, yes, and I got them today, actually.
Catherine said he may have some.
So, I am so excited about Cheez-It socks. This is one pair of socks that none of y'all can steal.
When you sent me, why in the world would I steal your socks?
Everybody knows.
Mackenzie and Chance steal your socks.
That you have wild undies and wild socks. They can tell by your personality that you are a wild undies and wild socks kind of person.
He has every soft drink and bubble gum.
Rhett likes funny socks. Any kind of funny socks he could find, he likes.
When you sent me the picture today, I thought, oh my God, please don't wear those with Crocs. You're going to look like Tony. That was my thought. Thunderbird said, you're telling my secrets.
I'm telling you secrets he didn't know he had.
I didn't even know it. They were secret from me.
That's good.
The wildest socks I have are alpaca socks. That's as wild as they get. The others are solid white, solid black.
White or tall, black or short.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Have tall white ones, short black ones. He too likes Cheez-It socks. But I do have some alpaca socks. That's as wild as I get.
That's a part.
They're gray with a blue seam, and that's as wild as I get.
That's it. That's it.
I have some different colors of dress socks, like dark blue, light blue.
Yeah.
Not really light blue, it's kind of a grayish blue.
But those have to coordinate with his shoes.
Yeah. What are you drinking, Zoe?
Oh, Celsius. Yeah, this Celsius. It's Galaxy Vibe, which is strawberry watermelon. I love Celsius.
Personally, I have no desire to know what Nick likes to wear besides t-shirt and pants. I saw somebody had Cheez-It pajamas, and there's somebody, their grandson has a Cheez-It sweatshirt.
I would like that.
Y'all, I'm going to give you another little tidbit of information. And no, this is not about what kind of underwear or anything. Londa just said, was talking about the alpaca socks. And I've told y'all about me wearing them when we were in the mountains for Christmas. And it was 18 degrees, and I had those socks on, like with no shoes. Just I had socks on. The other day, I just wanted some extra cushion in my work boots, and I wore the alpaca socks. It was mid-80s, and they were like wearing regular socks. They wicked.
Sweaty?
Nope, none, not at all. I was like, I just need to wear alpaca socks all the time. I couldn't believe it.
Feet's gonna smell like
No,
cheese.
it didn't at all. I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, these things are going to be so hot.
No, ma'am.
But
Okay.
they were not. They were not hot. So now I don't feel so sorry for them alpacas because they are not overheating out there. Because I had their fur on and
Had boots with the fur. You just needed some apple bottom jeans. Then the whole club would have been looking at you.
read some comments. Dana comes in the live chat to hear the word underwear.
They have wicking properties to pull the moisture away from your body and also help regulate your body temperature.
When I tell you that they were not hot, I'm not lying to you. I'm like, you could wear these in the summertime.
No.
But it's like old farmers that always wear long sleeves.
Rhett,
It's the same thing.
Rhett wants to wear long sleeves now because old farmers wear long sleeves and he needs to too.
Tony gave her grandkids socks with Skittles and M&Ms.
Oh, that's cute.
Do you know I didn't know there were energy drinks for about a month after we started selling them?
That these were energy drinks. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
We have a small shop close to me that make alpaca fur items.
That's cool.
Zoe, how do you know that song? Because Zoe's a heathen.
He hit the floor.
Back hair does not qualify as alpaca fur. I don't have any back hair if you're going to keep asking questions. Hey, Kayla, you came in just in time for that. Lolene said he hit the floor.
Uh-huh. He didn't get up.
Alpaca socks are better than 30 below socks because I wore those inside one time. No, they are way better. Zoe, coconut cake. What about
I need to make my coconut cake video.
You do?
I've been kind of waiting on a coconut cake order, so we didn't have a whole coconut cake just sitting here getting eaten.
Just go drop it off at Jason's.
Just
drop
here.
it off.
I needed to make a video, so here he would eat it.
I had to make a video for this, so y'all take it.
Yeah.
And then she can't say that she only wants half the cake.
Knowing they ate half the cake, I never said that.
Dana said I'm 63 and know that song.
I have some black alpaca fleece from my cousin's alpaca. I haven't used it yet. I want to make a felted alpaca with it. I I've been thinking about doing that too. I've been thinking about getting with Miss Londa to see who makes the little felted animals because I think Miss Londa does. But if not, she would know who because I have some from Shadow's first
Zoe's
year.
going long winded, so I can't read your comment, Tammy. So I'm holding it. Go ahead. I'm holding.
Go ahead.
No, I was joking.
That because Shadow's first shearing was last year, and I still have all that, and then I have
It
all
was pretty and soft.
Yeah, and so I'd like to make some little alpacas out of each of their colors to have. I thought that would be neat, but I got to figure out who does that because wouldn't it be kind of neat just to have some that look like them with their colors?
I don't
That'd
know
be
what we
kinda
would
cool.
do with them.
Well, we just do stuff with them.
It's Zoe's fault that Rhett is feral and not mine. Yes. The heathen part comes from his mama.
Mm.
I'm ignoring you, Jones Christie. When I worked at a nature park, after we sheared the alpacas, we would use it to educate the kids. Temperature regulation was one thing we talked about.
That's cool.
You can't ship it to Tasmania.
Ooh. They would not know what to do with that in the shipping department. There's Lori LG.
Are you sure it's from Zoe? I am positive.
He just thinks.
Lori, you have never once seen me act as a heathen, but you see Zoe do it on a weekly basis. What do you think?
Tina laughed so hard when Rhett went running to you about the cows.
He
He came running back to me and told me
did. He ran all the way back.
to tell me that they have 4 stomachs. I said, goats have 4 stomachs. He said, their bellies are not near as big
Yes,
as
they
a cow.
do.
I said, I know, but they do.
I said, give me that camera. He handed it to me. I said, I need it. And I set it up on the front of the truck, and he took off running again, and he ran all the way back around. I was like, he gonna be so tired.
Uh-huh.
I doubt biosecurity would let it in the country. Probably not.
They probably think it's some kind of nuclear something. We ain't gonna talk about them words.
Could Nick yell makeup and have one of the kids
Rush
rush in
in.
with a giant powder puff and powder her glowing face?
They're talking a poof. They go poof. What is she doing?
I think the new lights would be here by Sunday.
Well, if not, I really need to go sit in the sun.
No,
more.
we will put the light on this side, but if you don't have the cord wrapped around it, where I can adjust it because it's not long enough to put over here.
You know, if you had got here a little earlier, we could have figured that out before we went live.
Maybe someone that's so charming would know who could make the alpacas for you.
Could ask her because she, I'm sure she's got some contacts, people who work with different types of mediums.
Tony said her alpaca loved to be sprayed with the hose when it was hot.
Ours,
We sprayed Shadow one time when he got close enough to the trough while he was filling it, and he did not appreciate it.
they don't
Not
care
at
for
all.
that.
Mm-mm.
We got them a swimming pool, and I did all
Yeah,
I
that didn't
could.
work either.
We had the boys sit in
We
it.
did that all summer, and they wouldn't get in it.
And like I think Miss Londa had said, they might be scared because they would think of it as a bottomless hole, you know. And so the boys would sit in it, and they just wouldn't have anything to do with it.
Dare to be Sunny said Zoe's just more free with what she does.
I live on the edge.
Zoe attempted to have the light commit. Oh, she should have knew one. I remember Rhett trying to talk them into getting in it. It didn't work.
You know, Opie might now that he's a little more friendly, and he might would enjoy it.
One of them, Tinsel or Shadow One, put 1 foot in one time.
Uh-huh.
But anytime we've put it on Mist, Like we were filling the water trough, and when they walk up and you put it on mist and go across, gone. They don't like that.
Mm-mm.
None of them. Nick tried Camel Hill socks. Cool in the summer, warm in the winter. 10-year wear out guarantee.
Ooh.
Sounds like
That's
good
right.
business right there. I'm telling you, you would not believe it. I didn't. I thought I had messed up. When I put on those alpaca socks, I was like, "Oh God, I've messed up for today." I was shocked. Y'all have bougie llamas.
I wonder if I wet the ground real heavy, if they would step in it to cool their tootsies. What do you think? I mean, it's gonna dry up, but
It's not hurt anything.
just to see.
Maybe make the bottom of the pool dark instead of blue might help. Well, it was really dark blue, wasn't it? Or no, that's the outside that's dark blue. The inside's light blue.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Oh no.
Kayla said my alpaca socks are my favorite socks ever.
Yeah.
Well, I was shocked that you could wear them in the summer. When my mom used to make coconut cake, she would make divinity icing.
Oh.
What is that?
I want to say it's like a bull icing.
I know what divinity is, but I don't know what divinity icing is.
Some 3, 5 minute, 1 minute, something minute icing. I'll have to look that up because that would probably be good.
We have some strange happenings around here. We have plants around here. I'm not talking the kind you put in dirt.
Oh.
Janet Stevens, how about when it rains, do they get into the shelter? Nope.
They just stand out in it, look like big
They go
old
lay
rats.
down under the trees.
They do, but they look like drowned
I
rats.
actually showed that a couple of times on video just to prove to people that they won't go in there.
They won't. We even left 7 minute icing, yes. And we even left the lights on in there thinking they were scared it was dark.
Didn't have anything to do with it. We saw shadow in there one time during the day, just kind of sitting right inside the door in the shade.
Yeah.
But the other two were on that hillside under the trees, and that's where they go when it's raining.
That
Thunderstorm.
Yeah.
They up there on the trees looking at you.
Yeah.
They don't even put their head down. They're just laying there.
Yeah.
They don't care. You could put sand in the pool.
That's a good idea. It'd just be hard to clean it out because you have to dump them and rinse them, scrub them out and all. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I wonder if we were to put it. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. Right now they've got where they can get out of the direct sun and they lay under them trees because they got all the wind blows. I guess in the barn it's just stale air. It's not moving. Sand and umbrella and toys.
One of the videos, it was after a bad storm, and we were shining the light across when we were checking the farms. And there they all three of them laying on the side of that hill. So they got blocked by the heavy wind, and they didn't care about the rain. The climate where alpacas come from is hot during the day and can get below freezing at night, since the fleece being so light. Well, it works. Good evening, Kimberly. So was there anything else on the video that we haven't talked about, really?
We hit on the fact about, there's been lots of channels lately.
Oh, some people leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I discussed this with Cassie too about, if they're so successful at what drives a farm channel or a channel period, to say, hey, we don't want to continue to video and put out and all. And, at some point, that piece that you get from it, if you're not getting that anymore, when do you say that's it?
Well,
They're gonna keep doing what they do. It's
I
just
didn't mention it in the video because I didn't want
Yeah.
the video to be about that because
Right.
that's not my story to tell.
right.
And I didn't, it's not like I reached out and got permission to talk about it. So I left it very short. Hey, these people have stepped away. Luke made it very clear that at his current rate of growth, he didn't feel like he could have any kind of private life.
That's right.
And
What is going on?
that affected his kids. So that was time. As far as Kevin and Sarah, they wanted more time for church and fishing and things like that. And I agree with Lon, there's probably some burnout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Could it be the comments that people send them? Absolutely. It very could well
yes,
be.
it is.
Neither of them said that, but it could be.
Yes.
But Luke talked about his numbers, and I don't want to quote them because I don't remember what it was, but it was a lot in a short amount of time. You know, he had been big, but he grew exponentially
Yeah.
really quick, like by the millions. And he said he just did not feel like he could have a private
Right.
life. You know, it would be hard to go anywhere at that point.
And,
You know, if you're that large, there's always going to be somebody somewhere that knows who you are.
Yeah. And to remain active.
No, Tina, we're not going anywhere.
And to remain active, you have to put something out periodically, whether it just be a picture, you know, unless you deactivate the whole account, just so that they can, so they're, but I understand. I mean, I could see easily getting burnt out. You know, when this is what's required of you, you have to take away the joy sometimes, but it's just like a day job. And it is for a lot of them. And at the point that they're at, they can call it retirement if they wanted to.
Lori said people can be cruel and stupid.
That's true.
In comments. Well, I get all kinds of really terrible advice.
Yeah.
And I shrug it off, or I'll hit the heart and say thanks or something like that. But my goodness, there's some people that give really terrible farming advice in the comments. You should do so and so. And I'm like, no, you should never do that ever. Catherine said you can have a farm and do your own thing and be at peace with yourself, or be in the spotlight and be criticized for everything you do. And that's true.
Yep.
Had to make a cake for a funeral at church. I'm not a baker. My mom said make 3-minute frosting. It's a no-fail recipe. After failing 3 times, YouTube is a hungry monster that demands more attention as it grows. Did the known thing at one point in my life prefer anonymous, not recognized thingy? I think folks like you who put it all out there for people to see, there's some who thrive on being nasty.
There's plenty.
There is.
My skin is still not thick. It makes it hard.
We've talked about that some. I don't want to get off in the weeds about nasty comments, but I'm sure that could have weighed some in their decision. I don't know that, but
And
they didn't mention that.
No, right. This is all just our speculations.
But they gave very valid reasons. I mean, look, we want more time to fish and travel and be with family and be active in church.
Gotcha.
Get it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And if someone has gone from a couple million to 11 million in a year or two, that's a lot. And it's, hey, I can't go anywhere private. I can't take my kids to anywhere. Yeah, I could see that. I could see it. More people should have watched Bambi.
Yeah,
to get thumpers.
Company and trolls will be trolls. Y'all are right.
Zoe, how's the garden project? Thomas may have come a little bit late.
So we're kind of at a standstill on it because we've had so much rain, and it makes it so hard to get a big dump truck in there with dirt.
With our topsoil, you can't get it.
So it's kind of on hold for now. It's ready. I mean, it's ready for it. We're just waiting.
Lorraine wants to know who is Luke. Lorraine, Luke is the dad on the channel Outdoor Boys.
Yes.
He has 3 sons. Most of his videos now is just him, but
Yeah.
he's had lots of video with his wife and kids. I think there's 3 boys, but he did lots of videos as a family. And here recently, it's been more of the survivalist off grid stuff with just him.
Yeah. Well, the kids have their own channels now.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I know his oldest one does. Does all of them?
I don't know.
His oldest one's got you.
We figured out him. We learned about him. He went camping with Daniel and Houston.
That was the first time I met the Walkers or got introduced to the Walkers.
Right.
I talked about that in the
We
video.
talked about, look at them taking a skillet and cooked omelets or something for breakfast.
It was like the enamel coated cast iron. It was fancy, and they had like a 3-room tent. And
I said, look at these bougie people. And then I got to know Cassie. I was completely right. I was right.
She's so bougie.
She is with her
pedal tractor.
Her pedal tractor and her schoolie bus. I love the ball game. Their team did an amazing job. Thank you. They did. We were so proud of them. We did. Do it again tomorrow.
But to finish what you were telling, we were introduced to the Walkers through that when we were camping.
That's when we began watching the Walkers.
And that was actually one of the first times I had seen the Outdoor Boys. I didn't know who they were.
Right, yeah.
But then I kind of watched them because they were the kids going fishing and camping, and I thought that was kind of neat.
There's one that reminds me a lot of Chance.
Someone sent Lester a very dirty gift tonight. I think they were purposely being insulting to him and his family. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. A dirty gift.
Oh, goodness.
I haven't seen that.
Well,
what did you find out about Farmer Rhett's allergies?
We go July the 1st. So right now we are just keeping the grass. We're trying to keep the pasture cut.
And he's done good.
And he's careful where he walks.
He is.
He only walks where the grass is extremely low, because we have noticed that even some of it's skin allergy. When the grass is high, it rubs his skin and breaks him up.
So when he came across there the other day, I had the fence off. He knew the fence was off, but he did not cut across the cow's pasture. He came all the way around the road. That's why he ran so far. But it was all road.
Edie said, Aaron said, let's not talk about that. He was being a gentleman. I'm not saying anything.
And not saying anything.
Oh.
So he must not have talked about it very much. I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea what they're referring to. That was the last question. I didn't miss it. Good. I caught up again. How about that? You still got 7 minutes to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Well, let's not go that far with it.
You don't even know what I was going to say.
It doesn't matter.
Did you see the Eddies are taking care of cats? Yeah, I saw the little reel where there was a kitten under a chicken, and I thought that was cute.
Do your kids have a favorite chore?
No, they don't like chores. They don't like chores.
No.
What's your favorite chore?
She don't have a favorite. She has to be bribed to do them all.
Probably on the farm. What's your favorite thing to do on the farm? Anything to do with
That's what I meant. Moving the truck, just in the air conditioning. Backing up to the water trailer.
Feeding the donkey, she said.
Oh.
Yeah, because Jack's friendly. He don't try to run over you.
I started to say, Nick, 7 minutes. That should be interesting for Zoe. Can we get another live one day with you and the Walkers? If they're willing to talk to Zoe. Linda says she loves your cookie sandwiches.
Thank you. She got her order this past week.
We have not located Miss Brooks' nest yet.
But I think I'm gonna go on the search for the video.
I'm fairly certain of where she is, but
I think we're gonna go look for her.
we need to look for her and guinea eggs for the next video.
We do, because they're there.
Mackenzie, are you excited for school yet?
She doesn't know because they're gonna be starting at a new school system. And so she's kind of nervous, but I think she's kind of excited too.
Cats under chickens are cute until you're collecting eggs and grab a tail. That will send you through the roof real quick. I can't imagine you reaching under a chicken grabbing a cat tail. I was wondering what the process was with the chicks. Does somebody come to pick them up, or do you keep some on your farm? The ones we have, we're keeping all of them.
Yes. Well, not the meat birds.
Well, no, not meat birds.
But all the ones that, like, we just
Well,
from Miss
we're
Catherine's.
going to keep them until they grow up.
Oh, yeah. But the ones we got from Miss Catherine's are going to be egg layers. So we will keep all of those to produce eggs.
Do you have a recipe for molasses cookies? I have no idea.
Maybe. I might.
Where can we order your cake bombs or
The
cake pucks?
On the website.
Well, I read it the way it was,
Yes.
but it's pucks.
Yep, it would be on the website, and you can see the different flavors that are offered. You can customize your order.
Mm-hmm. Found your channel when I went to Pedals and the Browns, Eddie's, and Sneed's farmhouse.
Uh-huh.
She said she was just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them are staying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to have that many chickens.
No.
I used to have about 80.
We had 80 something layers.
And before we had the dogs, we got them just one at a time. And so since then, I've not been able to.
We had a major hawk issue for a while before we got Heidi. Heidi kept the hawks run off. And then we started having some problems. She was doing her job, but she was stretched thin. That's why we got a second one in Halls.
Yeah.
I mean, Holly.
Holly.
But we lost all of those chickens in about a 2-month period.
Mm-hmm. And I had hatched most of those.
Good night, Lori. Lori's laying out.
I hatched most of all of those, and I loved my chickens. Chickens have always been my most favorite thing on the farm. I love having chickens. Chickens bring me lots of joy. Always has. And if I don't do anything, I'm going to raise me some more chickens. And so I took it. I said, let's get chickens now while I have an opportunity. I kept telling you I want to hatch some, but I don't want to have to pay hatching prices. People want a lot for hatching eggs, and I just can't. I hate taking that kind of gamble. And so.
Is Jack a friendly donkey, or does he bite? Both. He nibbles at you. He don't bite. Yeah. He's very friendly.
He'll pull on your clothes if he wants attention.
But he nibbles at you if you're working or doing something besides petting. Real quick. Animal control people are here now. There goes the rodeo outside.
Well, you ready?
We are wrapping up. We're probably like 2 minutes short, but we can wrap up now. I don't know. The number grew after our time last week or the last live. We stayed on an extra hour, and that number went up that entire hour.
Yeah.
I was like, we're doing it at the wrong time, but everybody keeps telling us we do it too late.
Yeah, kind of like Honey at Cog Hill. Yes, it is. She wants you. She wants
just like that. Just a bigger version.
Oh, hey, here I am.
It's just a bigger version.
Jack is like having a toddler, except he's 16 now?
Yeah.
15 or 16 years old at this point. Just go buy a dozen or two from Cog Hill. They'll be fertile. I might do that just so I can put something in the incubator. You ready?
Yep. Whenever you are.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all on Sunday. Let's go look for some peacock eggs Saturday.
Okay. You didn't. Maggie saying good night. Y'all didn't
Oh,
sing to
hold on.
Maggie.
Hold on. Hey, Farmer Red. Come here quickly. Put your shirt on.
He don't have a shirt on.
Hurry. I need Red. Hold on, y'all.
We're gonna have to get off here if he don't come on.
I get to see Farmer Red right before we get done. Come on, Red.
He said walk.
Now, tell him, come here.
He's saying why? Is he in a mood?
He went to work today
He's sleepy.
and he needs to go to bed. Come here, Red. Here he comes. Put your shirt on. Come here.
Put your shirt on.
We got a job for you.
You gotta do something.
Come here. Can you slide it back just here? It is Miss Maggie's birthday. And you know what would make Miss Maggie super happy?
If I sing her.
If you sing to her. So we're gonna slide this just a hair. Right there. Ready? Sing happy birthday to Miss Maggie.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Miss Maggie. Happy birthday to you.
Good
Good job.
All right. Everybody's saying hey to Farmer Rhett.
Hey guys.
All right, you ready to go to bed? You look a little bit tired.
Hi, y'all.
We'll see y'all on Sunday.